As she sat alone in her dimly lit room, surrounded by memories of a lifetime, Emma's eyes welled up with tears once more. The weight of regret bore down on her like a physical force, crushing her frail body and suffocating her spirit. She clutched the small, intricately carved wooden box in her hands, its lid open, revealing the treasured mementos within. Each item told a story of love, loss, and longing. A faded photograph of her parents, smiling and full of life, taken on a day she could hardly remember. A lock of her mother's hair, soft and silky to the touch, a reminder of gentle fingers that once stroked her own. A handwritten letter from her father, his words pouring out his heart, apologizing for not being there more often. Emma's tears fell onto the letter, blurring the ink, as she read the words she'd memorized long ago. "My dearest Emma, I'm so sorry for not being there when you needed me most. Life got busy, and I let work consume me. I know I wasn't the father I should have been, but I loved you more than words can say." As she read, the memories came flooding back. The birthdays she'd spent without her father, the school events she'd attended alone, the late-night conversations she'd had with her mother, crying about her father's absence. The pain and sadness she'd felt then resurfaced, and Emma's body shook with sobs. She remembered the day her mother passed away, taken from her by a cruel twist of fate. Emma had been devastated, feeling lost and alone. Her father, though well-intentioned, had been distant, consumed by his own grief. They'd drifted apart, each struggling to cope with their loss. Years went by, and Emma's father grew old. She'd visit him occasionally, trying to reconnect, but the gap between them seemed insurmountable. One day, he'd fallen ill, and Emma had rushed to his side, nursing him through his final days. As he'd lay in bed, frail and weak, he reached out to her, his eyes filled with tears. "Emma, forgive me," he whispered. "I was a terrible father. I let you down when you needed me most." Emma had forgiven him, holding his hand, and telling him she loved him. But the weight of regret had lingered, a constant reminder of what could have been. As she sat in her room, surrounded by memories, Emma realized that regret was a heavy burden to carry. It consumed her, making it hard to appreciate the good times, the love they'd shared. She thought about all the things she'd wanted to say to her father, all the questions she'd wanted to ask. In that moment, Emma understood that forgiveness was not just about others, it was also about herself. She'd been holding on to the pain, the anger, and the sadness for so long. It was time to let go. With a newfound sense of peace, Emma closed the wooden box, and the memories it held. She knew she'd always cherish the moments she'd shared with her parents, but she also knew that dwelling on regret wouldn't change the past. Instead, she'd focus on the present, on the people she loved, and on the time she had. As she wiped away her tears, Emma smiled, feeling a sense of liberation wash over her. She realized that life was precious, and every moment was an opportunity to love, to forgive, and to make amends. The weight of regret still lingered, but it no longer defined her. Moral lesson. As Emma's story comes to a close, we're reminded that it's never too late to forgive, to let go, and to start anew. The weight of regret may always be a part of us, but it doesn't have to define us. Instead, we can choose to focus on the love, the memories, and the time we have, living each day with intention, compassion, and forgiveness. Like, comment, and subscribe. Also remember to turn on the notification button to be updated anytime a new video is dropped.